Hi, Steve with Z-Bar. I am doing another hunt. I'm doing one of a Belmont here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This one's on the Times Corner location, which is kind of the corner of Getz Road and Jefferson Boulevard. A neat store. They actually have a pretty good selection. I've been here a couple of different times, but happy to show you. I'm going to turn it around and show you the front. So obviously they've got a heck of a selection of wine. If you're into wine, it's a really large selection of wine. They've got a temperature controlled room over here as well with wine. So they've got a pretty good selection of cigars here. I bought a few from them over the years. Selection of just all your other spirits. So whether it's rums or vodkas or pretty much anything you could imagine they've got. I'll walk you through all of these, but this is all of their bourbon products. It's a very long wall of just some really impressive, priced as well as quality selection of bourbons that they've got. So I'll just kind of walk you down here, give you a flavor, and then we'll kind of start going back through and talking about them maybe by each distiller. They've got a pretty big selection of single barrels or barrel picks that they've done. Everything pretty much in this area is a barrel pick. I've actually done a review of this one. This Larceny is unfreaking believable. I'm telling you, it's as good as any of the A, B, or C releases that come out, and it's their barrel pick. So really, really good. Knob Creeks are always good. I've had great luck with those Knob Creeks. Almost any time they're going to be really, really solid picks. They've got some that are the 120, which is kind of the older version where they capped it at 120, and then they've got some newer ones where they're now starting to come out with barrel proof. So they're 123. I'll give you a close-up of those. And then they've got a rye one as well. Got some of the Backbone. For the price, guys, $20 for that Backbone Wheated whiskey is a fabulous deal. Let me see if I can get my camera to function for me here. So for $20, this Backbone whiskey is unbelievable, and this is their Belmont barrel pick. So they've got the rye and the wheat, some Old Hammer, High West. So that's their collection, their barrel proof collection. So again, just a really impressive selection of barrel picks. And to me, sometimes that stands out. I saw this when I walked in right away. So that's a cool. Just Shanks sitting on the shelf. That may go home with me today. We'll see. Pretty good selection of some Peerless. Peerless is one of those brands that's really getting a ton of press right now. And then this one is one that's kind of a cool story. This Copper and Cask. It is an exclusive for Belmont. They are the only ones in this area that you can even distribute it. I've got the 7-year, which is this one here. So I've got that 7-year. That has been fabulous. But they've got a 6-year rye version, and then they've got a couple of double oak. I may take that double oak home with me today and do a review of it. I've heard some good things, and the 7-year I like so much. So if you're looking for this Copper and Cask, again, it's an exclusive here. It's from Lawrenceburg, Indiana. So you can see Lawrenceburg, Indiana. This one's an 8-year, April 2025. I'll get the review up on that, let you guys know what I think of that one. But that looks like a fabulous bottle again for, you know, $55, $59, I guess, $59.97. That's a pretty good deal. I know I was talking last time I was in here in this Fiddler product. I don't know much about it, but they've got a nice selection, and she was telling me this Georgia Heartwood is unbelievable. The manager, Megan, was telling me this is absolutely unbelievable. It's a wheated whiskey. To me, that looks like it's worth a try. I may go broke in here. I may go broke in here today with all the stuff I'm seeing, because they really have a nice selection in here. We've got a nice selection of Green River products. They said that this is brand new, this Sagamore Rise. I've had some Sagamore Rise. I don't know that I've had either the Cask Strength or that Double Oak, to be honest with you. So I may try one of those. I mean, like I said, I may go broke here today. There's so many good bottles that I'm interested in trying. They've got a big collection of the Penelopes, including both of those old-fashioned mixes that I talked through on a previous video. I'll put that up in the link in the upper right. There's a peach old-fashioned one and then a black walnut. Both those are really, really solid. I think I mentioned the other day, these First West products are starting to show up everywhere. We did a review of those. Again, I'll put a link up here for you guys to see that. Those are excellent, guys. Those First Wests are, man, for the money, they have done a heck of a job of distilling those and producing them. It's actually blending, but it's a 15-star product. So Bardstown. The 1776. I did a review of that. Again, I'll put the link up in here. Those are again for the money, for $25. That is an amazing product. The 1776, both the bourbon and the rye are really, really good. Shockingly good for me. Even as sippers, they're just really good. All right, and then most liquor stores have a section like this one. This is the highlighted bourbons that are you know, you consider these the allocated ones. They're really a nice selection of different bourbons. They've got both of the Heaven Hills glaring to glasses. They've got the Redwood Empire's Cask Strength, so they've got two of those versions of that. The Old Ezra 7, I've said before, is one of the best ones out there. They've got the Barrel Proof. This one's A125. They've got the Larceny B525. So all these are just sitting on the shelf. Then you go up a little higher, and they've got the best price I've seen ever, probably, on a Knob Creek 18, $159.98. It's a heck of a price. And next to that, you can just see it back there, is the let's see if I can get us a picture of it. That is a cigar cut, Joseph Magnus Cigar Cut, which is my absolute favorite cigar cut that they make. And it's, again, sitting on the shelf. So just a really cool, nice selection of some great product. They've got, obviously, the Bookers that are over there, which are somewhat hard to find. Got some Pot Still Willet. Been hearing a lot about this. I may again pick this up. Again, I may go broke in this process of today. But this Elijah Craig Ryder Cup, I've heard great things about that. That's a really wonderful blend, and absolutely worth a buy. So I may buy that one. Maybe I'll do a review with you guys of that. All right. Got one more thing in the bourbon area that I want to show you. And that is, I have not seen this in very many locations, but she has set up, Megan, again, the store manager here, has set up a really cool table of these are all clearance items. So rarely do you see a clearance section for bourbon, but there's some great ones in here. Again, they've got a Blackbone, I talked about this earlier, this Blackbone Wheated. The Belmont picks, $19.95, which is a wonderful price on that. There's quite a few Blackbone Wheated or Blackbone bourbons. Redemption. You can just get a flavor. Old Scout. This is Old Soul. I said it wrong. Old Soul. It's a wonderful rye. It's a 2022 release, so it's their barrel pick. these are all products that they've got marked down to unbelievable levels. So if you see something in here that you're interested in, run out here and grab it. I'm sure they'd be excited to move it. Their whole mission is get these things out so they can bring in more product. All right, well, Megan is nice enough to do a sample for me here, and she was talking so highly of this Fiddler. She had one open, and I'm going to try one, so I'm super excited about that, even though it's really early in the morning for me to be trying my bourbon. So it's awesome looking. Do you like this one?
I like the Fiddler. My favorite one of the ones I've sampled is the Georgia Heartwood.
Ooh, the Georgia Heartwood. Oh, that's the white label. Okay, good. Maybe I may buy that one then. All right, let's see here. So it smells amazing. Mm-hmm. And it's weeded, obviously, so it should be sweet. Yeah. Oh.
That went down easy.
Dude, that's way too easy. Dude, that is really good. So Fiddler, tell me a little bit about where it's. I can look it on the back, but
yeah, I'm not sure. From? This one is ASW out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Mm-hmm. That is not a spot you're used to seeing.
In Indiana.
Okay, so it's probably an MGP product.
It's distilled in Indiana, finished and bottled by ASW.
So it's a MGP product, most likely, that they bottle down there, which is just so many now. So many people are doing that, slapping labels on things. But man, is that good? Huh. I'm absolutely going to buy one of these.
The Georgia Heartwood makes sense, though, with it being bottled down there.
It does. And what's this one? It's also a weeded one, I'm guessing, right? Are they all weeded? No, some are toasted, some are rye. Huh. All right. Well, I'm gonna.
Shelf talkers above them too.
Toasted Boucher and Portuguese custard tarts. I love it. I love what people write on these things about the taste. Like, I can't taste any of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, that's fabulous. And then this Copper and Cask, you were telling me the story about this and how, rare this is to find it on the shelf. So I'm going to buy that, the 8-year double. Have you had this one?
I haven't had that one. I've just had their original.
Yeah, which I think is the one I own already. Yeah, I think I own that one.
Yeah, and they've really taken off initially. We started with just a very limited amount, and now it's definitely a staple product for Belmont Beverage.
All right, I'm going to take that too. So, see what's starting to happen here, guys? I'm starting to build a collection here already. I'm going to take this, so I'm up to like 4 bottles already, and I haven't even got to the crazy stuff up here. How Megan, how do you handle the allocated stuff? What's your guys' store policy, or what kind of, even if it's not policy, how do you handle them usually?
So for allocateds here, what we do is Gary over here has a list of fairly loyal customers
yeah,
come in all the time and get other things. Yeah. They're shopping our bourbon, beer, or whatever it may be. If we get, for example, a case of Blanton, 6 of them, we allow Gary to call 3, to try to get 3 of those bottles out to that loyal customer, and the other 3 go on our shelves, or this area is kind of where our allocateds go.
And obviously, you've got stuff on the shelf right now that. Yep. I mean, you're putting it out for the public, so.
Mm-hmm. That way we're allowing the public to have it, but we're also taking care of our loyal customers.
That's great, and what a wonderful way to handle it. All right, that was quite an experience, guys. Very cool. Megan and Gary, who are in there, were both wonderful people. I'm telling you, that was a ton of fun. You need to come and check this place out. I'm going to show you what I got. I showed you on the bar already, on the counter up there, but I want to show you. I ended up buying 4 bottles, which I almost never, when I do these things, end up buying 4 bottles. But this was pretty special stop. So definitely worth your time to come check it out. So here's what I got. So I got Elijah Craig, the PGA Ryder Cup, which I've heard some really good things about this. It's got a maple and applewood staves in it, so it'll be interesting to try it out. Then, at their request, Megan was really talking up this Copper and Cask. Again, I've had the 7-year version of this, but I've not had the 8-year double, and so we're going to try that. I'll do this on a review for you guys so you can know how good it is, but it was pretty reasonably priced. So for me, when you get something in that $70-$75 range, and it's as good as they say, 8 years old, I'm excited to try it. And then the other one she was pushing so hard, and she was so excited about it. And by the way, that weeded version of this that she had me try was outstanding. And that was probably $55, something like that. This is, I think, $75 or $80. But this Fiddler, both her and Gary, who were in there, were just raving about it, saying how good this is. So this is the Georgia Heartwood. This is, again, it's MGP product, but out of Atlanta, Georgia. There was a time I was down on MGP products. I am definitely not down on MGP products anymore. I've had such good MGP products. So there's such good stuff out there right now and starting to show up. And then last but not least, the most allocated of the bunch, because I'm a sucker for an allocated bottle. I didn't need the cigar cut that I told you about, the Joseph Magnus. I've got a couple of those already, but this Shanks, so it's my first bottle of the 2025 Shanks. I'll be excited to try this with you guys as well. So all in all, very successful hunt. Pretty cool experience and a very neat store. So hopefully you enjoyed the ride along. Subscribe. Give me some comments of other stores in the Fort Wayne area you think that I should try. Happy to go do any of these stores, quite honestly. I'm sure I'll do another Belmont in another location, see if it stacks up to this one. This one's pretty special. So again, this is on the corner of Jefferson and Getz Road. So it's a nice location, and definitely one that I would suggest you stop in. If you stop in, tell them Z-Bar sent you. Cheers. Have a great week, and talk to you soon.